the point when you're giving your answers. The first point I would like to understand from each one of you, very quick one, 1 to 2 minutes. What do you think, or what your organization think about sustainability at this point of time? PAC sustainability I'm talking about. And what are 1 or 2 challenges? If you can highlight one challenge you think that you guys think is the biggest challenge that we need to address as we go forward on sustainability.
Ahead of the brands, and we are usually hammered on cost by these brands, but today we are here to discuss together on the pain of the cost. Sustainability for a manufacturer is to design, manufacture and deliver products in the market with lowest impact on environment. And yes, it's been a very challenging task in last years, which we've seen where the mandates of PCR and regulatory forms have come into place. I'll first speak as a recyclist. We started a recycling plant probably 5 years ago with a lot of attachments with the brands in the country, collaborations with the brands in industry. 5 years till date, there has been tests, there has been collaborations on trials, but the scaling up actually happened just last year when the mandate became compulsory. So you can imagine the cost of operations which we incurred in the last 4-5 years, and it has taken 5 years now when we are now running the plant and supplying PCR in the market. So that's a proud moment, being a molding company, having our own PCR plant. In terms of a molder converter, we have various technologies we run in the industry, blow molding being very specific, and traditionally large size blow molders have hundreds of blow molding machines, and the PCR mandate has hit our capex very badly. All blow molding machines, I'm talking about RHB, PET is a much safer and much nicer material that way. The RHB, you have the PCR going in and you have to coat the bottle outside with a second color, the master batch, which we call it. And for that you need bilayer, multi-layer machines. And traditionally, every blow molder in the country has had monolayer machines. And you can imagine the hundreds of machines being changed over the time. We've done 50% of ours, and there's still a journey going on to reach that 100%. Also, similarly, in injection molding, very, very recently, we developed a mold, and injection molds actually run in crores. We developed a mold.
So I represent a brand which is 137 years old, operates across almost all the countries in the world. So sustainability, or ESG as we interchangeably use it nowadays, ESG becomes much more relevant when we talk about sustainability, because we are not talking about business and sustainability, we are talking about a sustainable business. And the business can only become sustainable if it is environmental neutral or environmental positive, which includes almost all aspects of our operations, whether it's manufacturing, whether it is the packaging that we use, whether it is the ingredients that we use. Every one of them has to be sustainable. And we have been doing it for decades now, and we'll continue to do that. Of course, we do have, since we are a global organization, the challenges that we see keeps varying from region to region, particularly when we come closer home to India, since this is a conference on packaging. So I'll speak more about packaging only. Much has been spoken about the 30% rPET mandate that has come in. We have seen challenges in trying to achieve that in terms of multiple areas. One is obviously the availability of feedstock, the availability and the quality of feedstock, which is required to make good food contact material quality rPET. The second one that we obviously see as a challenge, which Angela also alluded to during his talk, because this is a business which operates on affordability. So pricing is going to remain a challenge at this point of time. And of course, with all the distinguished people in this room.
Definitely. So thanks What I wanted to say is, and the view is on sustainability. Sustainability is not a passing trend. Yeah, it's something which has to become a part of our life, which all of us has to make a sense that we make ourselves a better future and also for our future generation. That's something which we need to do. So as I come from Reckitt, yeah, and Reckitt as a company, what it deals with, it's a purpose-driven company which deals with healthier and cleaner world. And that's what the purpose of the company is all about. And whatever we do, we build sustainability as a part of our strategy. For example, and we look for a larger scale. For example, Dettol Banega Swachh India, which is something which is integrated to the Bharat Swachh Mission. Since 2014, from last 10 years, it's been a part of it. And it's a continuous movement which is going on. There are a lot of challenges, definitely. So Reckitt as a company has a various variety of products. And one solution doesn't fit for all. And when sustainability comes into play, we need to find the right balance between the product and what's the impact of that solution to it. For example, what a solution I have for an Harpic cannot be a solution for a Vanish. So there will be a different product because one is a bleach product and one is an acidic product. So we need to find that balance, and that balance has to be also built as a part of P&L because we have varied P&L for varied products, and we need to see where we have to categorize it and where we need to put it up. And that's what the challenge is always there when it comes to cost and which product we have to hit one. So we have to
product driver.
Sure, thank you. So I think, I come from Diageo, and Diageo produces lifestyle products. So despite that, sustainability means to us responsible consumption and responsible practices. For us, sustainability is not a matter of choice, it's an imperative, right? And if I look at challenges, I think the first challenge, since I said we come from lifestyle products, the first challenge is the whole premiumness versus sustainability. How do you balance these two in the market for consumers who are going to buy premium lifestyle products? The second one which happens, and it's very common, and we are fighting that in the market, is brand perception. The moment we do some kind of dial up or dial down on sustainability, we see the perception getting impacted for the consumers, and it hits your sales numbers. And then lastly, the biggest challenge that has come up as part of the PWM in 2024, which is new, but it's a real challenge, that the whole reuse of PET bottle. So I think that's something, these are the three challenges that we are currently facing as an industry.
Thanks, Sanjay.
Sure. So if I talk, as I'm representing Emami here, and if I talk about sustainability, it is actually the driving the value to the consumers while reducing the impact on the environment. So this is something which is important, and being an FMCG organization, we are present in urban as well as in the deep rural part of the country actually. If I talk about the sustainability pillars, the two key pillars where we are focusing more on that is reducing and also the replacing. And both of them is critically done by leveraging the technology which is available in the market. So we are trying to basically leverage those technology to go for lightweighting and also basically replacing the materials on this. If I talk about the challenges, is something which is very important is the affordable sustainability. This is the term which I'm using very seriously on that front, is because as I mentioned, when we go to the mass market, and specifically if I talk about Emami, our products are there in those markets and all, and we are delighting those consumers and all. Affordable sustainability makes a lot of sense here, and if it comes at a price what price it is there, and how it is impacting this. So this is something, one of the important part. And in the previous sessions also, I have learned that when we talk about basically like PCR or uses of the recycled materials, so reverse logistics of that, how costly it is something like around 60% of the cost, which I heard, is just going in segregation for that one. So the driving those consumer awareness to minimize this cost so that we can bring down the overall cost of this is something which is a critical challenge in front of the industry actually, not only with Emami, but I'm sure like with the industry, and how we can deal with this one.
Very good point, Pradeep. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
We've got a little late. I know the coffee is much required, but we'll make it really, really fast. May